Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 2024 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously and gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, who is still punishing me for having to take time off to take care of my sick family members. So, thank you so very much for doing so, guys. You are amazing. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Something you want, just put on pause. Just know that. You're going to be thinking, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It is going to happen. It's just put on pause. And you're going to be stepping into kind of like a new way of looking at things. Yeah. There's an ending to something that comes first. And then you're going to see yourself stepping forward more and more into you. So just being aware of that here, Cancer, because there is a sense of like, oh, I'm just giving up, or I can't possibly do this. And Spirit's like, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Stop believing in yourself. So we are crowned by the Strength card, and the Strength card also represents Leo. So if you're born on the cusp with Leo, or if you have Leo in your chart, this is coming through very strongly, very powerfully. We are going to see ourselves during this time, Cancer, as being very strong, being very kind of proactive, very much advocating for ourselves as well. We are also going to be letting ourselves shine. Remember, Leo is ruled by the sun, and in a new moon, we can feel a little bit out of place, right? In a sense, with the sun energy coming forward, because the sun is reflecting off the moon that we can see. So here, just being aware of that during this time, that there's a sense of, I want to shine, I want to move forward, but there's a hesitance around things, which you can see here with the sun actually being reversed. So with the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands reversed is a release of worry, doubt, fear, chaos, hurt, pain, disappointment, a sense of a release of body pain. We can find that we're meditating more, or yoga, or, weights, or Pilates, or whatever it is that we're doing, walking, whatever it is, just to help loosen up the body and have us connecting with our own energy. Again, that's going to be super important. We're also releasing a lot of tension in the head. So a release of headaches can be also very important for this time as well. With the sun reversed. Now, the sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. So there is this energy here of like, I'm letting myself shine, but because it's reversed, like it's on pause. So I'm letting myself shine, but not right now, like just in a minute. Or, as I come out of this rough time where it was just hard to keep my head above water. I never knew how I had to guard myself, how I had to react to things next. So being aware about this is going to be a very important thing. With the sun reversed, again, there is the sense of, how do I shine? Like, how do I step into me again? So there's going to be an energy. It's really interesting because Spirit is saying, reacquainting yourself with your body, with what it is that you love, what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, like really stepping into your energy once again. The Wheel of Fortune is everything changing, right? We're stepping into a new season. We're stepping into a new sense of self. We've come to a completion of a cycle with the number 10 coming through, right? In the major arcana, we've come to a completion of a cycle, and we're going to see kind of the winds changing, the world changing. We're changing, we're moving forward in a way that we hadn't imagined. With the Eight of Cups, we're walking away from something we once thought we would love. We're going to be finding ourselves releasing something that it's like, I don't need this. I don't want this. This isn't for me. And there's going to be a freedom to that. There's also going to be a liberation to that. But for some of us, it's going to be like, but I could make it work, right? It could be what I want. So being aware of this is going to be another very important thing. With the Ace of Wands reversed, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of passion, of creativity, of fire, of determination. But remember, it's on pause. There, with it reversed, it's like we're not taking this gift quite yet. It's on pause for one reason or another. And Spirit's like, okay, what do we need to see within ourselves? How do we need to move forward in our strength and in our mastery of what we desire before we can kind of like level up and move forward? What change do we need to go through, and what do we need to release before we can really embrace the next level of where we want to be, body, mind, spirit, and soul. So being aware of this is going to be super important. All right. Oh, and we're doing something a little bit different during this time. I have the astrology in a completely separate reading. So if you want to check out the astrology, which I highly recommend because it's important to this moon, I will have that linked in the description box below. So check out the astrology if you want to. If you don't want to, that's totally cool. But if you do, check out that reading. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a heart in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on the 1st of March. So good luck to everyone. And if you are interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is linked in the description box below. And by popular request, we have mini readings for a limited time. So if you're interested in a mini reading, check that out. It's a really great deal. So here we have joyous reverse. How do we embrace the joy in our lives? How do we let ourselves shine? And how do we let the joy move us forward? Because joyous is reversed. There's almost a sense of like, I don't get to have that joy. I don't get to have that happiness. I don't get to have that connection right now. And Spirit's like, why? Why are we denying ourselves? Why aren't we moving forward in what our soul needs and what our soul wants and where we need to be for ourselves? Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides show me clearly, guide this reading and show me clearly, is rebirth. Now, this is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below your feet. You're going to see yourself transforming. You're going to see yourself reborn. You're connecting with Earth energy. And that Earth energy mixed with your water energy is going to be the sense of like, how did the rivers flow, right? How does my energy flow in what I desire for myself? And how do I see myself transforming? How do I see myself, carving out a path for me on this earth? And it's going to be giving us wings, right? It's going to be moving us forward. But remember, kind of think Grand Canyon here, right? Over how long? Like a forever? The waters of the Grand Canyon carved the canyon. So here we're going to be carving our path. We're going to be rising. We're going to be looking at things in a different way. We're going to be seeing how we've manipulated the earth and ourselves and what we desire. And knowing that our emotions, the waters, they're more powerful than we imagined that they could be. And it moves us then to our energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, we have 2. Okay, so we need to be mindful of the 4 of Swords reversed and the Prince of Pentacles reversed. So the Prince of Pentacles is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? This new moon is in Aquarius, just to let you know. With the 4 of Swords, Spirit is saying here, you need to rest. 4 of Swords is reversed. We're not resting. We're not honoring our story. We're not honoring ourselves. There is a sense of kind of like, I'll sleep when I'm dead type of mentality. I'll keep on going. I'll keep on pushing. But we never truly honor ourselves. We never truly see ourselves. And we never truly connect with what it is that our soul wants. So until we slow it down and we give our sleeping body time to download, like our brain time to download and connect and de-stress and work things out, we're not going to get to the place that we need to be. If we're having trouble sleeping, it's because we're taking in too much. Okay? You're taking in too much information. It's kind of like you're reading the newspaper, you're listening to the news, you're doing all these different things, that really stress you out right before you go to sleep. And it's like, okay, why can't I sleep? So Spirit is saying here, listen, stop. You might need to stop everything. You might need to have like a social media detox. That could be a fantastic thing. Still watch this channel, of course. Let me just say that. No, don't. If you have a social media detox, let yourself release everything and see where that takes you. Like, see where just calming it down and slowing it down takes you. Because our world is so fast. And it is so fast. It is so intense. We're not meant to move this fast. So slowing it down is really reconnecting with us. And that's going to be a really important thing. The Page of Pentacles reverse, be mindful somebody's not going to be honest around money during this time. Just be mindful about this. This is a person who worships the dollar, right? Or whatever your currency is. This is a person who's like, finances are the most important thing. That's it, and stop. So just be very mindful during this time. Yeah, this is what money or what you value as much as money. So it might not be somebody's like, trying to steal away the money or not being honest with the money, but also what you value as much as money. So be aware of this. Okay. With strength, you're going to see yourself moving forward in a way that you just couldn't imagine. There's also going to be connections with people during this time, Cancer, where you're like, oh, well, that's neat. Like, oh, I didn't think of that. Like, I hear nifty coming through, which is a nice way of saying things. But it's like, oh, I didn't expect this. I didn't expect to be moving forward this way. There's also a determination, a focus, an insight. Strength is not the brute force, might equals right type of energy, but it's more the sense of a connection, of a tenacity of spirit that is going to be opening doors and leading us forward in ways that we hadn't imagined we could go. And it's like, oh, I didn't know this. I didn't know this door could open. I didn't know I could move forward this way. So we're going to see that we're surprised in the direction that we're moving, but we're also surprised with the connections that we're making. The Nine of Wands is very much this energy of I'm releasing. I'm releasing listening to everybody. I'm releasing thinking I have to fix this, right? I have to do this. I have to make this right for everyone. So it's very much that statement of like too many cooks spoil the pot. It's not listening to everybody. It is really sitting there and focusing on your energy where you need to be. We're releasing a lot of tension within the body during this time. So it can be that we start like exercise routine or meditation routine. That would be absolutely fabulous. But we're going to start a release of toxic energy, chaotic energy. It brings us to the sun reversed. There's a yes. Okay. So if you came here with a certain question and it was like yes or no, there's a yes coming forward, but it's on pause. So just be aware of this. The sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. Happiness, prosperity, fire, determination, focus. That energy is going to move us forward quite beautifully. And we're going to see ourselves embracing our fire, our determination, our insight, our understanding. And it brings us then to letting ourselves shine. And it brings us to the Wheel of Fortune. It brings us to a place where we're at this crossroads. Things are starting to change. We're starting to change. We're seeing ourselves entering into a new season. You can say like, this is my era, as people say, like, I'm entering into my this era, that era. And you're going to say, I'm entering into this power of me. I'm seeing my world change and I'm stepping into a new role. Now we might be physically stepping into a new role at work or at home or, by getting married or whatever, so here just know that we can see that in a very literal way in our world, but we can also see that in a very subtle way within our soul and within ourselves. It's like, oh, that's not working for me anymore. I'm leaving that behind. I'm stepping into this. And it's a new season. It's a new understanding. It's a change that's moving us forward in ways that we hadn't anticipated. And it brings us to a walking away from what we once thought we would love. The repeat of the number 8 here, though, Cancer, does have us being a little bit staunch with certain things. It's like, okay, I have to follow these rules. It has to be just like this. We can be a bit of a workaholic during this time. So just be mindful about that as well. 8 is determination and focus and insight. But with the 8 of cups, it's like, I thought I wanted this. I thought this would work. It's just not. And it's powerful to be able to walk away. It's powerful to be able to say, no, it's not working, and leave. And we're going to see ourselves moving forward in a way that is more right, that is more relevant. And yeah, but the 8 of Cups is an ending as severe as a divorce. Now, it's not saying that you're getting divorced, but that there's a finality and a intensity to it. So just be aware of this during this time. We can be changing jobs. We can be ending relationships. We are going to see that we're entering into a new phase of our existence and ourselves. And we're tired of trying to do everything right for everybody else. We're starting to listen to ourselves and say, okay, what's right for me? How do I show up for me? And it brings us then, as we work through all of this, to the Ace of Wands, God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of fire, tenacity, brilliance, letting us shine, letting us step into our power. And we're going to see that coming through. But again, it's on pause. From this new moon to the next new moon, we're going to see that we're working on our passion. We're working on what we desire. We're working on opening up that door. And we're going to see ourselves moving forward in ways that we hadn't anticipated. We hadn't imagined. We didn't think it could be. And we're kind of surprised. We're going to gobstop ourselves. It's like, oh, wow, I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could do that. And then as we start to build that and we start to build that confidence, we start to take our passion, our fire, our determination and move it forward and have it guide us in ways that we hadn't imagined. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So it's really interesting. I just have to pause for a moment before we dive deeper. Is that attraction is reversed? This moon is all about manifestation. It's like, how are you focusing your energy? What are you looking at attracting? What is your subconscious mind doing? Tune into yourself when your mind is just wandering. What is it thinking about? Is it like the worst case scenarios? Or is it blessings? Are we kind of doomsdaying ourselves and being like, oh my gosh, everything's terrible. It's never going to work out. I can't believe it. Or are we sitting in hope and optimism? So just be aware of this energy during this time. because it's going to be very important. We're setting the stage for so much. So much is happening astrologically, so much is happening personally within ourselves that we're leveling up. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. See how far this takes us. Okay. So again, this new moon is in Aquarius, and we have as our bonus card, luck is on your side. Is this reversed? We don't feel like luck is on our side. We feel like we're having one battle after another after another. And we can see by the cards that crown us, even though we have the strength energy, even though we have that beautiful tenacity and that sense of moving forward and power, we aren't necessarily embracing the darkness. We aren't necessarily embracing, and stepping into what a new moon has to offer. And this says you're very close to achieving your goals. So until we start to see that all the energy that is around us affects us, guides us, molds us, moves with us, we aren't going to see that we're close to achieving our goals. We aren't going to see how far we've actually come. And we're going to think, oh no, I've just failed. And Spirit's like, stop it. You haven't. Because if you look at where you were, a few years back, you're going to see that you're quite a different person than where you are now. This might not be where you want to be. I know somebody is definitely saying, Dean, this is not what I want at all. I get it. I've been there where you just look at your world and it's all falling apart and you don't even know how it's happened, and you're just like, I have to pick up the pieces, right? I have to keep on going. And it's overwhelming and it's terrifying. What Spirit is saying to you is that you've got this. Okay, even if you feel like you don't have this, even if you feel like putting one foot in front of the other is the most monumental task you could be ever, ever, ever told to have to do, you are moving forward towards so much more and you're stronger than you ever imagined you can be. And you might not want to be this strong. I get that too. I seriously get that. But there's a power to you and there's a reason that you are here. And don't you ever forget that. I know somebody has to hear this. And I know somebody is sitting there and is like, it's just so hard. And I want you to know that you're worth it. And you have always been worth it. So stop letting the naysaying come in, because it's going to be very easy during this time, astrologically speaking, for everybody just to fall into the darkness, to fall into the, I can't because I never could. And Spirit's like, don't you dare walk down that path. And if you're walking down that path, it's like, it's time to turn around. It's time to come back. Peace is reverse. We need to find our peace again. As a world, that'd be awesome to find our peace again. We need to find our peace again. And we need to find our peace individually. After 2020, where there was so much uncertainty, where there was so much chaos, and I know people are saying it's so long since then, but it takes a while for the soul to heal traumas. And that was on a worldwide scale. So letting ourselves embrace, letting ourselves be kind to ourselves, letting ourselves slowly heal. And after all the trauma that went after that, we're going to see we need to come back to peace. And we're going to see that it's a time for healing. It's a time for healing, come back to peace. It's a time to stop the fighting. And it's a time to heal. On a global scale, on a personal scale, it is so important. And it is so important to say, I'm choosing peace and I'm choosing love. Because Cancer, that's your natural choice, to choose love. And when you find yourself like, comparing, contrasting to everybody else, to, trying to live in a rat race that just doesn't suit you, that's when you know you're out of balance. So just be aware of this. Your commitment is being tested. This is reverse. It's not being tested. You have to have faith. So I guess what Spirit is saying here is, with this new moon, you have to fall into your faith. Whatever that is, be it an orthodoxy or be it a unorthodoxy, whether it's, something that everybody's like, oh yeah, that's what people believe in, or like, oh really, you believe in that, that type of thing. As long as you come from a place of love and healing and peace, let it move you forward. Faith is going to guide you. Faith in the earth, faith in connection, faith in soul, that's going to be a big thing. And you're going to see that it helps you to shine. It helps you to step into your energy. Meditate and contemplate, that's going to be a hard thing. Nobody wants to meditate and contemplate, but we need to meditate and contemplate because we need to see where our subconscious mind is going. We need to see all the chaos that just kind of comes up. And then attraction, because attraction is reverse. We're not necessarily being mindful of what we're attracting into our lives, but our every action is attracting either a positive or a negative. So just being aware of this, slowing it down and connecting. Everything is shifting and everything is changing. And we're going to think, okay, speed it up. But Spirit's like, no, slow it down and see what's sacredly important to you. That's going to be the game changer. It is time to give rather than take. That's reverse, as well as action is reverse. So this is a time to slow it down, to walk away. Now, this might be a walking away first emotionally. It's like, okay, I see what I need to do, walk away. And it's a time to give rather than take. Being reverse is like, okay, it's a time to take in the healing energy of this world. It's a time to sit, and it's a time to just soak in the universal energy. Let all the stagnant, chaotic energy that has been within us float away, like bubbles, like butterflies, like, smoke and mist. Let it go. Visualize it in your body. Visualize it as you're falling asleep at night. Just the smoke, the haze, the chaos falling away, and you stepping into yourself. We're not going to take action in the way that we think we should, right? You kind of like, that very human, pick up the spears and take action. It's going to be more of I take action of my actions, of my soul, of what I desire. And we need to start believing in the impossible, because here we have resistance. We have been held back from resistance, right? We have thought, I can't possibly, right? I can't possibly change or resist the energies that pull me this way or that way. And we're going to be surprised at how powerful we have been, how we have resisted certain energies. And Spirit is saying we need to believe in the impossible again, because that's going to help us. That's going to move us forward. It moves us then to our subconscious energy from Spirit. And this is purposeful reverse. We need to find our purpose. We need to find what we desire. And it might not be our 9-to-5 job, right? That might be a job. But it's how we create, how we cultivate, what sings to our soul. It's reconnecting with our purpose and reconnecting with our passion. It leads us then to our subconscious chakra message, and that is visualization, third eye chakra. What are you visualizing? Again, whether you're conscious of it or subconscious of it, what are you visualizing? What are you bringing forward? And how can that energy move you and lead you? Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Three of Swords, heartbreak, pain, and disappointment, thinking that we can't because once we couldn't. It is a new day, and it is time to acknowledge our heartbreaks, not to hide them away, to say, these are my pains, and I see them, and I honor them, but I am not defined by them. But we need to hold space for them, because if we just say either I've conquered all my pains, or, or no, right? No, these aren't my pains. We're never going to get to that place we want to be. We need to look at them, to say, this hurt. Whether we think people would be like, oh my gosh, I totally understand that, or really, seriously, that hurt you? It doesn't matter. Honoring your hurts within yourself, seeing yourself and honoring your story, because we are simply a story. We are simply a story. And we need to honor it. Stories are important. We tend to forget that. Every being on this planet is important. Every story, every perception, we need to see ourselves. And it's not saying, okay, everybody has to believe what I'm feeling right now. It's like, no, I have to feel it. I have to honor it. And I have to let myself heal. And that's a really important thing. And it moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is judgment reversed. We need to first stop judging ourselves. That's going to be an important thing. But we also need to release. We need to release. We need to sleep. We need to heal. And we need to know that right now our world isn't about the universe, right? The outside world, the everything, right? The rising out and being a part of it all. It's the rising into ourselves and being part of the small universe within. It brings us then to our subconscious tarot, well, not tarot, but Luna message, which is growth. And hold your vision. We are going to see that this is a time of tremendous growth, and we are seeing tremendous growth within ourselves. Hold to your vision. Hold to what it is that you want, and let yourself expand. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this moon and of ourselves. And note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed moon. Bye.